Alright, so what I'm going to do is I've just played a couple of holes, done two different tests, one with these 3 golf balls, just really playing a best ball all the way down, giving you some feedback on what I found with the ball. Now what I'm doing is I'm just cleaning them up, and I'm going to go up here to the number 18th tee. And as I was driving over here, I thought, you know what, it doesn't always matter if you're just crushing it, right? And we're not always trying to figure out which is the best ball for distance. A lot of times as a tournament player, I need to be able to control my ball. So what I found on hole 18 here at Silverleaf is if I set up and hit just a tiny little cut shot down the left side, it usually serves me pretty well. So what I'm going to do with these next 3 drives is I've got one of each. I've got one Pro V1X, one Avant ball by OnCore, and the MA1.0 by OnCore. And I'm going to again give you my feedback as I hit each shot, but in this scenario what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to just hit a controlled tee shot. So I'm really not going to go for distance here. I'm just going to try hit a little baby cut with each ball. We'll keep the same order that we've been doing. So I've got the Pro V1X right here, this model with the silver writing, and then I've got the Avant ball, or this one, Avant ball by OnCore, and then this one here is the MA1.0, has this logo on it, also by OnCore. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to go with the Pro V1X first, right here. Then I'm going to do the Avant ball and MA 1.0. Now, as you've seen in my other videos, I would compare at this point the Avant ball more to the Pro V1X, especially for softness. I'm actually kind of blown away by the Avant ball so far, how soft it feels. It feels like a marshmallow. But in our other tests, it actually goes really far too, which I don't ever equate those two things. I would always think the hard Pinnacle ball goes further, you know, the soft Pro V1 goes shorter. The Avant ball, the MA 1.0, you'll hear the difference. It's a really loud sound. But what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to try to hit like a little squeeze fade, like a cut shot. And what we're going to do is just send these down the left edge. I want to make sure I'm back far enough so you can see the balls. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to aim really just over the left side with a little bit of a cut shot with each of these. I'm going to try to hit it a little lower with a little cut. You know, this is kind of like a position tee shot from this tee box. I'm not trying to bomb it as far as I can. So I'm just kind of curious what the results are. Alright, so this is the Pro V1. About maybe 70% energy for me. Now for what I'm trying to do, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that was about 70% down the left side cutting back, so I just hope to replicate that with these guys. Pretty much the same. I would be happy with either one of those. I think I hit the Titleist a little bit better. The Avant came off a little lower, but it's the same shot I was looking for. Boy, you can really hear that difference. I don't know if that was me or the ball, but I can tell you that I hit that with a lot, probably a little bit extra cut spin, and it didn't it didn't turn out good. It cut a lot more than I was hoping for, but you know what, I'm not perfect. Could have been a little bit of me, a little bit of the ball, but either way, I at least cut. So you know that the golf ball isn't doing the exact opposite of what you're asking it to do. So, so far, as I've really hit these golf balls, you know, I've been playing the Pro V1X for a long time, and so I'm very used to that ball. I like the way it looks. Obviously the Titleist logo is, deeply embedded in my memory. I've also just come, to the realization that just because you've used that your entire life doesn't necessarily mean that's all you should use. There's a lot of good balls out there. I know that TaylorMade's doing a good job, and Callaway, etc. They're all, Strixon, Nike. I mean, I don't want to exclude anybody from this, but I just wanted to give OnCore really an opportunity because I really like their story. I like the fact that they're trying to help the little guy. They're essentially an underdog in the golf ball world. So I just wanted to help them out and see what their product, see how their product performs. So we're dropping down here, excuse me, into this fairway, and I can see two of them. I'm very happy right there in the fairway. The third one was the one that I was not happy with, and I overcut it. Had quite a lot of side spin on it, so I'm really not expecting to find it, but we'll take a peek and see. Alright, it's long enough. It's all about pace of play. So then let's take a look at these two balls and see which one is which here. So we got the Titleist, alright, Pro V1X right there, and then this would be the Avant ball. And really, this is exactly what I would expect. I wouldn't necessarily expect, if I had just hit two Pro V1s, these are technically only maybe 2 paces apart, 1, 2, and both acceptable shots, exactly what I drew up. I'm going to look for their pitch marks. They pitched kind of in the same spot. So really, I mean, this is, as far as I can tell right now, if you gave me a completely blank Avant ball and a completely blank Pro V1X, I would say the Pro V1X is a little harder to the feel and to the sound. Performance-wise, they seem to go about the same distance. Putting, the Avant ball feels softer. Chipping, the Pro V1 came off a little lower. It had good spin, and the Avant ball came off a little higher, and I didn't think it was going to have as much spin, but it appeared to spin just fine. So I'm going to pick these up and just kind of conclude my little review of these golf balls by saying, you know what, you got to go give them a shot. It's not just a complete waste of time. It's not 40 yards difference or even 10 yards difference, really. They seem to go about the same. Feel wise, when you go putt and chip with them, you'll get an idea of what is going to be the best ball for you, and go check them out. I think they're definitely worth a look, especially since they're the type of company that's really trying to do the right thing by the golfer, and especially juniors and developmental tour players who kind of need all the help they can get. So I'm Craig Hocknull, and hopefully you got to see all 3 videos. If you didn't see all of them, please check them all out and check out the review of the OnCore golf ball company and using the Titleist Pro V1, the staple golf ball of so many, as really the test subject as well. So thanks, we'll see you soon.